Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Shipyard Champions. Today's challenge is by Poliwhirl, and this challenge is inspired by a particular ship most of you will know. At least some of you watching this will know this ship, and the challenge is Kamchatka. Time of day and weather, your choice. Distance 8,000 meters. Your fleet, Russia, 1904. All your ships must be set to minimum range. Okay, I've got 4 battleships, 3 light cruisers, the class name of which must be named Kamchatka, and 3 torpedo boats. The twist: the ship name Kamchatka, not the whole class but the one particular light cruiser, must be set to its own division and set to AI, so it's just gonna do its own thing and probably just make a huge mess out of everything. Enemy fleet, Japan, 1904, 4 battleships, 3 light cruisers, and 3 torpedo boats. Scoring: +1 point for every enemy ship sunk, -1 for each ship lost. Double your total score if Kamchatka survives. So, and the tiebreaker is whoever's Kamchatka deals the most damage. So I got 4 battleships, 3 light cruisers, 3 torpedo boats. They got 4 battleships, 3 lights, 3 torpedo boats. We're just gonna do Claire and Day. Share the signs off. 8,000 meters. Okay. Well, it's 1904. That's a decent distance. Let's start designing our ships. We're gonna start with are we gonna just start with the light cruisers? I think we are. Just because. So we got 3 different flavors of not very good. So we got that one that can be made quite fast. I'm gonna go for the one with the most resistance, because I need my Kamchatkas to survive. Range must be set to minimum. Max optimal speed 21.5 knots. I think it's not a bad idea to just make this very slow, so that the AI controlled Kamchatka can just not get itself into a lot of trouble. 8,500 is my maximum displacement. Alright. Veterans. Spacious quarters, because the Kamchatka must survive. I got coal. Multiple expansion. Steam engine. Not a lot of options here. Let's see if I pick a tiny tower. Can I get it further back? I'm just gonna pick a tiny tower. Oh yes, it fits all the way back here even. Does the other towers do that? No? Okay, so it's just the tiniest tower that fits all the way back here. That's okay. That is okay. I think we're just gonna go with well, it's a 1904 light cruiser, so it should have at least 4 funnels, the way I see it, because otherwise it would just look wrong. So we're gonna go with the early 1900s funnel farm. And we're gonna do a little trick here. Let's see, where is it? There we are. We're gonna do a little trick. It's called getting some extra barbettes that you're not supposed to get, but if you pick this one in particular, the tiny square one, you can actually place it, and as long as you have it placed, you get access to well, other barbettes as well. Although there are not that many that fit on this hull, so let's just go on to main guns. You get Mark 3 7s or Mark 2 6-inch. Okay, we're gonna go with the 7s then. The damage done by Kamchatka is the tiebreaker. Okay. Oh, come on now. Do I have to pick a tiny rear tower as well to make this work? Or do I just have to move this barbette around a little bit? There we go. That does work. And that works. And this works. Okay. So we got our main guns down. Secondary guns. Do I not get side guns on this? Okay, maybe some 4-inch guns? No? No? 3? I can put some 3-inch guns here. Maybe I'm just not gonna bother with the with those ones and just pick some casemates instead. There we go. That's a little hedgehog of guns. Unbalanced. I'm gonna go with Harvey armor. Yep, we're gonna go with Harvey. Let's just take a look at actually, first of all, my resistance stat. It can probably not get much higher than this. 90. I guess that's not too bad for a light cruiser. Capped AP. Capped ballistic HE. That's not a lot of pen. Hang on. Armor quality plus 75. Let me just set my armor quality thing to plus 75. Okay, so at 5,000 meters, 3.5 inches of belt armor. Now, flash fire chance 7.1, 6.7. So ballistite is safer. Heavy shells. Okay. Go with enhanced reloading. Coincidence or stereoscopic 1? With stereoscopic at 10,000 I get 1.6% accuracy. 1.7 with coincidence, so it's still better. Now what's the maximum belt armor I can pick? 6.7. I'm just gonna go 6.7 all around. And some decent turret armor. These are 43 caliber. Let's make them 45s. And deck armor, oh, still got some weight here to spare. So Let's see, casemate armor. Yeah, I can armor them up a little bit. Not possible to put that much armor on them. But here is the Kamchatka. Kamchatka. That's my light cruiser. It's well, it's a 1904 light cruiser. It is what it is. Can't really do much more with it than that. Electrical turrets, I guess. 10.2 flash fire. 9. No, we're gonna keep the advanced hydraulics just to try and keep the flash fire chance down a little bit. Okay, now on to the battleship. And we get this big boy. So Kamchatka had give it a top speed of 17 knots. I want to do 18 on this. At least range must be set to minimum. I can up the beam a little bit. Actually, I can probably up the beam by quite a little bit. And the draft as well. Make it a little bit bigger. Can I put you further back than that? No. No. And like so, and the funnels. I think I want to go with 3 funnels. So that is good enough. Yeah, let's take a look at main guns. What do we got? Mark III 12-inch guns. Yeah. No-brainer choice there. Is it possible to fit a tower or barbette somewhere on this hull? Need a secondary tower still. If I put a tiny barbette here, and then no, these are just not. It's not possible to put a 12-inch turret on that barbette, is it? Hang on. Let me see if this is doable. Yes, that is doable. But I cannot put the... oh, no. That don't work. So to do that little trick I was doing, you do need to have that tiny barbette. Otherwise the other barbettes do not unlock, but it seems those barbettes are just not available. Like, anyway. I was hoping it would be possible to I mean, that does work. If I widen the beam like so, can I then stick a tiny secondary tower back here somewhere? No, it's just too limited in where you can put it. So no, this is just silly. So that won't work. Yeah, okay. If I could... Hear me out. If it would be possible to fit a secondary tower just behind the main tower. I'm just really trying to force this ship into having 3 main gun turrets. I just don't think, no. I think I have to give that give up that plan. Just not working. It's not working. We can almost do 9-inch turrets here. Almost. Just not quite. We got 8 or 7-inch Mark IIIs. Secondaries. Why don't they fit here? Is it because of that little raised edge? The 4-inch guns fit. For some reason, not the bigger ones. And it does look like they should fit. Fine, we're doing that then. And just relying on 7-inch casemate guns, of which we can fit quite a few. And if you hear a kind of rumbling in the background, that's just thunder, so it might not be a good idea for me to record something now, but hopefully we're gonna be okay. Anti-torp double. Citadel 2, that gives us a resistance of 115, which is not bad. And we're going to go with ballistite and TNT. That's a decent penetration. 13.4 at 7,500 meters. With heavy shells, that becomes 14.3. Let's see, coincidence 1. And 28.9, yeah, basically 29% flash fire chance. Oof. Not good. But it's, well, we can just try and make our guns hard to penetrate. And then hopefully they're not gonna take penetrating hits. And that means the casemates as well. 11.2 is the maximum though for those. 41 caliber length. They won't fit if I make them much longer than that, but there we go. 9.3% chance to hit. That's not terrible. Now, I think I'm just gonna drop the 4-inch guns. Got a bit of a 4-weight offset. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I was gonna move the funnel. The funnels cannot be moved around. They are where they are, so we're gonna just have to deal with that 4-weight offset, I guess. I can kind of balance it out here. There are limits to what you can do with that weight distribution. Can I do a 15-inch main belt? Can I do a 14-inch main belt? I will just have to bank on the enemy not having enough pen to go through that. I know I do, but I'm not actually fighting my own ship, so... Citadel armor. It don't actually need to be thick, because we only have one layer of Citadel armor, which only, when a shell hits it, it's only reduced to 50% of its penetrating power. And if it can go through 14 inches, that means it has 7 inches left of penetrating power. And I don't think I can even do more than... No, more. I cannot do more than 7 inches. Which makes this layer kind of pointless. Basically, if you have the third layer available from Citadel 5, then it becomes good, because then you can increase that layer to more than you can have on your well, effectively more than you can have on your main belt, and then it's actually worth something. But in this case, it kind of is not. Can we make these 7-inch guns just a teeny tiny bit longer, just to make them 45 caliber? Yes, we can. That is quite decent. I think that is our battleship. Yeah, it's a pre-dreadnought. It doesn't have too many main gun turrets, but it has the secondary armament really adding to its weight of firepower. And what a secondary armament it is. It's basically a ship of the line. There we go. We're coming for you, Nelson. And now the torpedo boat. Whatever can we do with this? Yeah, I got the choice of 2 hulls. Neither of them are exceptional. Range must be set to minimum. Okay. Can we make it do 30 knots? Yeah, no. We do not need good towers on this. We're just gonna launch torpedoes. That's the one thing we're gonna do. We can get the big funnel that takes up all of the ship. Plus 7 funnel capacity. We can plunk down 2 of these. It's also plus 7. I think we're gonna have to go with induced here. Range poor. Beam minimum. Range now okay. Yeah, 30 knots is possible. Do I have to plonk down another funnel? Yeah, no, that range should be okay. We're still in kind of okay territory in terms of range. If I increase the draft a little bit, should probably not end up on low fuel like this. No, this is doable. Now the torpedo launchers. Oh, I also need a main gun. There. Now we are overweight. Now we are a little bit more overweight. As we reduced and light. 18-inch torpedoes. Torpedo speed 27.9 knots. Okay, I think we need to slightly reduce this speed. And I think if we pull these closer together, we can get under the weight. Yeah, almost. Almost there. Almost there. Now let's also reduce the ammunition. There we go. So we have one launch. And then it's just get out of here. Cannot do a fourth double launcher, can I? I mean, we're almost there. Oh, didn't do any of these things. Yeah, I think that's... can we then up the speed to 32 knots? 31.5? Yes. That's as close as I want to get without just fiddling with it for all eternity. So that is our little task force. Let's go. Okay. And here's the enemy fleet. Northeast. Really? Okay. You can join the other 3 battleships. Now, Kamchatka, that is you. You need to be on AI control, and you're just gonna do your own thing. And, well, we'll see how well that goes. I'm being spotted by the enemy. What kind of torpedo range do I even have? 3.5 kilometers. And that's 3.5 kilometers with really slow torpedoes. So. Oh, northeast is back here, isn't it? Oh, there they are. I see you now. Of course, it is an option to just retreat my torpedo boats right off the bat and not risk losing them, because they're gonna die very easily. I was not expecting getting Mark III 12-inch guns in 1904, but apparently I do get that. Now remember, I do double my score if the Kamchatka lives. So if the Kamchatka wants to go straight for the enemy, which seems to be her intention, I should probably try to babysit her a little bit. What are you doing, Kamchatka? I almost feel like that in the well, not exactly in the battle, but on the way there, that Russian admiral just suffering a mental breakdown because the Kamchatka was being the Kamchatka. It might be my fate here. What is she doing? My 7-inch guns are absolutely peppering these torpedo boats. I assume these are torpedo boats. Kamchatka, what are you doing? Well, I don't think I'm gonna get the double score modifier for this. At least my my 7-inch guns are making short work out of whatever that was. There we go. Enemy battleship identified. Tulsa. 10-inch guns. 19-inch main belt. Okay, that is that's an armored brick. It certainly is an armored brick. Okay, well, let's just actually secondaries on these torpedo boats, because these turn out to be light cruisers, I think. Yeah, so they are actually were the primary armament targets. If we can just hit them. Kamchatka is still alive. I gave her enough armor she could kind of save herself. Kamchatka has done some damage. Now let's bring in the torpedo boats for there we go. The screen for the poor Kamchatka. Enemy light cruiser squadron has been taken out though. So that is something. Oh yeah, torpedo boats don't have smoke screens, do they? Otto. You are now my secondary armament target. I'm just gonna have all of these now detach. We're gonna pick out some different targets for them. Actually, you're gonna pick that one. And you're also gonna go for the Satsuma. I'm gonna come to the Kamchatka's rescue. Stalker. Let's see. These two light cruisers on that one. All my secondary guns, please. Actually, all guns on the Hatsuhari. And we need to turn in a little bit. Kamchatka has suffered engine damage. We do score a couple of torpedo hits on Satsuma. Chisnik probably not gonna get out of here alive. Send my light cruisers in closer. Maybe making them super slow was not the play to make here. Main guns. Yeah, Chisnik might not be surviving this. Vostoka. But we're gonna try and save the Kamchatka. Which is actually doing okay. She's tough. Maybe I should have given the Kamchatka some torpedoes. If I knew she was going to be this suicidal anyway. I didn't mention it, but I think giving her torpedoes, I thought it would just make her rush in suicidally, but it seems that was her modus operandi no matter what. Anyway, we still got 4 Japanese battleships to kill. Chisnik has her torpedoes, but she's just very heavily damaged. Vostoka also has torpedoes, not too badly damaged. So we can try and go for the Chiyoda. And the thing is, now all the enemy battleships really have it in for the Kamchatka. They're not rushing towards my battleships, no, they're going for the light cruiser. And Kamchatka sinks, so Operation Save the Kamchatka is a failure. And Operation Save the Chishik, probably not gonna go much better, but hopefully that enemy battleship might wander into her torpedo range just before she sinks. Nope. Come on, Vostoka, get your torpedoes in the water, please. Got more torpedoes. Launch them. No. Okay. So that was my torpedo boats and the Kamchatka gone. It's up to it's battle line versus battle line. Luckily, I think this guy might actually be able to get away. Had I known the Japanese would bring this kind of armor, I would have just not bothered taking armored piercing shells at all, because there's no way I can go through that. Well, maybe at 1,000 meters, 19.6. I can maybe go through. But that's basically boarding range. Do they have torpedoes? They do not have torpedoes. Well, we could just close into boarding range. So I can go through the extended belts. Maybe, if I get a flat angle. How much damage did Kamchatka do? Well, she slipped beneath the waves, so who knows really. I'm gonna have to look at the post-game stats. It probably wasn't much. I think she was helplessly firing her 7-inch guns at the battleships instead of the torpedo boats. Are you guys still following that poor torpedo boat instead of coming towards me? You are. Well then, let's have the torpedo boat retreat towards my battleships. Am I going to run out of ammo here? Because I did not bring extended, like extra HE ammo. Maybe. I brought a balanced ratio loadout. We are suffering some crew losses though. .6%, 15%. Let's have just everyone gun down the Amagi first. It's our first kill. There we go, actually scoring flooding hits too. Taking quite the pounding. Out of HE on the light cruisers. Okay. At least I think they would have been able to, if it had come to that, I think these could have killed the enemy light cruisers quite easily. My main guns are now out of HE. Okay, the Amagi is sinking. Let's just switch targets. Stop wasting ammo. I think the Amagi is sinking. Well, now let's watch as I am proven wrong. And there we go. Sukhum also sinks. I thought the Amagi was sinking here. Oh, Satsuma sinks. Okay, now let's gun down the Amagi. My torpedo attack at the start did not really work out. It failed to save the Kamchatka, and I just lost a bunch of torpedo boats in the process. At least my main gun line, now that it's in action, it's actually doing well. Everyone. Tulsa. Tulsa first, then the Geoda. This time we're gonna finish what we started. Geoda really barreling down into the middle of my formation. Are we gonna get a ramming attack here? We are. Tore a gash open along the entire hull with the Kniaz Potemkin. A desperate Hail Mary kamikaze attack from the last Japanese battleship. That's very fitting, actually. I'm okay with that. All right. I don't know. Let's see how how the other Kamchatkas did in the other videos linked down below. Mine sank. It just went off and decided it did not want to live. It did 2,803 damage. That is my tiebreaker score. In case no one else managed to keep their Kamchatkas or the torpedo boats alive. This one actually did something with 2 torpedo hits, but that was it. Yeah. That was my Pacific Squadron reenactment. Let's see how the other ones did. If everyone else also got suicidal Kamchatkas. Goodbye, and take care.